So step number 1, apply as little makeup as possible, because any makeup will clog the pores and will make them actually bigger. Wash your face only once per week, because of washing, the more often you wash, the more sebum you will produce until your skin is absolutely tight. And that's when I see the patients, in their 30s, 35 and 40, they come to me and they say, and do you know, my skin is so dry and so thin. The reason for that is because you wash too often and you exfoliate more often. So you don't exfoliate more than once per week, and with a non-abrasive baking soda. Hey guys, I decided to talk today about how to close pores. There is so much misinformation on internet about this topic. So I decided to speak up, because I feel like many companies will try to sell products that you don't need and actually can be harmful. So let's start with misconceptions and misunderstandings, and we will go through them, and I will actually educate you on skill structure. So next time you see something fancy that will tell you, oh, it will cure you and will make your pores so small, you will understand the skin and you will say, no, that's not going to happen. So some of misconceptions: wash your face. Usually they recommend wash it in the evening really well. I don't like that at all. Number 2, exfoliate frequently. Please don't do that. I will explain that in a minute. Use cleansers. Usually they are chemicals or even natural substances such as essential oils. Essential oils will kill the good bacteria that lives on the surface of your skin, and it actually will create more harm if you use it regularly. Use toner to close pores. Some witch hazel will have alcohol, I don't like it. Some will not. Witch hazel will make your skin actually a leather hard over the time. Not immediately, but eventually it will happen. So I don't like that. And number 5, pores cannot be reduced. It's partially correct. They cannot be closed completely, but they can be reduced. So all of those misconceptions, let's go to the blackboard and I will explain you what, why, and how. So this is our skin, that a base membrane and the cells are lying right here. They're lying in columns. We actually have several layers. To be precise, 5 layers of the skin. This is our sebaceous gland, where we produce sebum. The sebum is produced in order to cover the surface of the skin, and the sebum is a protective from the heat, from the cold, from the humidity. These are the connective tissues. Okay, they are here, and at the end we will have here a bone. Let's draw the bone that looks like that, and it's attached, the connective tissues attached to the bone, and between the bone and connective tissues we have fat here. Okay, makes our skin looks nice and smooth and wrinkles free. So when we become teenagers, because of the high level of testosterone, we tend to produce more and more sebum. As a result, and the pores become bigger because they try to accommodate more sebum. As a result, number 1, people start to apply more makeup to cover the surface of the sebaceous gland. So step number 1, as little makeup, I will write here, as little makeup as possible, because look what happened. You will apply makeup right here trying to cover this pore. Some of this makeup substances, they will go right inside the pore. Pore will become plugged, and your sebum that will be produced no matter what will start to build up here. It's building and building, and guess what happened to the pore? Pore is actually becomes bigger. So because you've been recommended to apply more makeup, now you have a bigger pore. So what you need to do, you need to wash face once or twice per week. And I do not like this concept. Okay, I will write here, decrease washing, because you will apply less. Decrease washing because you will apply less makeup, so you don't need to wash too often. Here is for you lesson Physiology 101. The more you wash surface of the skin, so you will remove this protective layer of sebum, what will happen? The cells that are lying here on the surface get exposed to elements. As a result, they will send the signal back here to sebaceous gland, and they will tell, hey, listen, we don't have sebum to protect us. And what you will do? You will produce even more. As a result, the pore will become bigger and bigger. Then you will read that, oh, exfoliate often, right? That the more your sebum you will produce, now you need to exfoliate more often. Make sense? No, because what happens when you exfoliate, you remove top layers of the cells, okay? Once when you exfoliate that, the cells are gone. As a result, the cells that not supposed to be on the top, but they end up on the top because you exfoliate the top layer, okay? They will be exposed to temperature, to pressure, to damage. They will send signal to the bottom, to the cells that are on the bottom, and they will tell them, start to grow and reproduce fast. So you will create more and more cells. It's called hyperkeratosis. And guess what will happen? Let me draw the next sebaceous gland right here. Okay? You will produce more and more cells here. The cells will start to slide here. And when you produce much sebum, what happens? The sebum will mix with those cells, and they will start to clog these pores. As a result, here is your white plugs, or white heads. Okay, pores get plugged, and you are lucky if you are not forming a pimple. So you exfoliate only, I will write here, exfoliate only once per week. So when do you do that? When you are going to clean your face once per week, you do it in the shower. Okay, so clean really well face in the shower once per week. As you wash your body in hot water with the loofah, with the sponge, what you can do, you can use as exfoliating substance baking soda. Also, lemon will help. You cut lemon in half, apply baking soda on the slice, and right there in the shower, rub it. So let's draw it like red. Okay, so rub baking soda, rub. So you exfoliate, and at the same time, you wash the debris and you wash excess from the surface, excess of sebum. So exfoliation and cleaning done. Then you get out of the shower and you need to do a sebum removal from the deep surfaces. So how do you do that? You use tools. Tools usually, they look, you can buy their metal tools, you can buy them on the internet, and you can buy in CVS. They look like a hoops at the end, and you learn how to use them because you apply around the sebaceous gland here, and the goal is to remove as much sebum from inside out. So you can use tools, you can use all kinds of peel-off masks, you can use clays. I will write clay. There is a green clay, white clay. There is also mud mask. The principle is the same. The idea is when you apply either clay or mud mask or peel off mask. So here's what you do. You apply it right here on the surface. Let's draw it in green. Okay. So you apply it right here on the surface. Let's say it's peel off mask. It has some kind of glue here on the surface. When it becomes dry, what happens? That sebum that is right here get attached to that glue, and when you peel it off, so you peel everything together, glue and the sebum from deep inside. The same absolutely principle applies to tools. So you try to clean that sebum from inside out. Once when it's out, that's when the walls of this pore will collapse. They will collapse automatically because there is nothing inside. Okay, empty spaces will collapse. And then after that, what you do, step number 6, you apply toner. And the best toner is water. And I like cool water. So you splash your face with cool water. That also will help for the walls to collapse. As a result, pores will appear looking smaller. Also, you can use as a toner apple cider vinegar unprocessed. So let's go quickly to the PowerPoint and let's review all that I said in one slide, what to do and how to do. So step number 1, apply as little makeup as possible because any makeup will clog the pores and will make them actually bigger. Wash your face only once per week because of washing, the more often you wash, the more sebum you will produce until your skin is absolutely tight. And that's when I see the patients, in their 30s, 35 and 40, they come to me and they say, and do you know, my skin is so dry and so thin. The reason for that is because you wash too often and you exfoliate more often. So you don't exfoliate more than once per week. And with a non-abrasive baking soda. Then after that, when you get out of the shower, and you do this number 2 and number 3 in the hot shower. When you're done with the hot shower, you hop out of the shower and you clean the pores from inside with the tools or with mud, green clay, peel off mask. Do it once or twice per week. After that, when you're done, you apply toner. The toner is cool water. Splash your face with cool water or apple cider vinegar. Some people will dilute 50-50 water and 50% vinegar. After that, remember you need to moisturize, and the water is not your best moisturizer. Remember in the beginning of drawing I said that we produce sebum. It's our own oil to moisturize the skin. Okay, so you use moisturizer. The best moisturizer is jojoba oil, almond or avocado. Try which one works for you best. And that's it, guys, for today. It's Dr. Veronica with Crazy Healthy Ideas. Please ask me questions. Post your comments what to do. I am here to answer all your questions. Bye-bye for now, guys.